Hello, guys, and welcome to episode one of the WeirdGene podcast. For those of you guys wondering about the Encore podcast, the previous podcast I recorded, okay, I basically deleted them because they were old and I wanted to create something new. So, this is going to be the first episode in the podcast series. Today I'm going to be talking about mindset for domination. This is a topic I've had on my mind for a while, and this is going to be the inaugural podcast basically in the channel. Okay, so I wanted to talk about mindset for domination. I've been going through a lot lately, and basically, this is going to be just an avenue for me to vent out things going through my head and the things I go through and my thought processes, and hopefully that will be beneficial to all of you. All right. Now, before you go and follow this series I'm doing, it's important to really understand that the type of person who's really unfiltered. Okay, I'm not a conformist in the sense of the word society. So I don't believe in conventional societal stuff. Okay, I don't buy into all of the propaganda from society, and you have to understand that. So for those of you guys who might hear me talk and might hear me say certain things and you may get triggered easily, well, that's on you. We all have different opinions, and I'm free to make my own opinion. I'm free to form my own opinion and then say my own opinion. Same way, you're also free to reject my opinion. Okay, that's the way the world's supposed to be. You also have to learn how to accept other people's views and view other people's views without having your emotions get in the way. So this is something. This podcast basically is going to be an avenue for me and people like you who are looking for an alternatives, basically, to all the chaos going on in the world. This is where we can get into the same mindset because I'm sure some of you guys right now you have you're and it's this wonderful thing whereby we are in a generation where we have the best access to resources, we have the best access to technology, and yet we're still the most depressed. Where there's so many suicide rates. Okay, there's everyone right now online just talking about depression because it's the fancy thing to talk about. Everybody's depressed. Artists are making songs about depression. And why is it that in a society where everything is provided, people are the most depressed? That's a question you got to ask yourself. Okay, why is no one talking about this? Anyways, this is something I was thinking to myself this morning. With that being said, let's just talk about today's topic, which is basically a mindset for domination. Okay, so this is the first episode. Again, I'm just getting back into the groove of recording audios like this. And as time progresses, I'll get better and I'll get more precise and I'll be able to form my thoughts more coherently. But for now, if you hear any mistakes or if this is kind of subpar to what you used to from me, just have to understand this is the first one. And as I do more of this, I'm going to get better. So I appreciate all of you guys for showing support for all the previous audio. I appreciate the new guys who will listen to this first time. My name is Gene. Okay, my name is Gene. I'm from Africa, Nigeria specifically. And this is just basically me talking about my story and my observations in the world and how that can help you and be of impact to you. Okay, so this is the Virgin podcast. Now let's get into today's topic, which is a mindset for domination. Now, I'm this person whereby I come from a society, I come from, yeah, pretty much a society where, you know, things are not handed out to you. You can't be entitled in that society because if you're entitled, you're gonna starve to death. That's the reality of things in Nigeria, whereby if you feel like the government needs to take care of you, if you feel like you deserve things, no one gives a shit. Okay, you go out there feeling entitled all the way you want. At the end of the day, you're gonna starve to death, and this is why you see so many people, which is prevalent in the Western society, which is surprising. The Western society, where they have it the best, they're the height of civilization, yet they have the most entitled citizens. And this is something I was thinking to myself, you know, why is that so many people have entitled or entitlement towards certain things and they are expecting to get the best out of life? If you look at most self-made millionaires, most successful people, they have to struggle. And that's the thing about struggle. Nothing worthwhile in life comes without struggle. Usain Bolt didn't just become the fastest man in the world without having to go through struggle. Kobe didn't become one of the best basketballers in the world without having to go through struggle. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't become the best footballer in the world without having to go through struggle. Okay, they went through struggle and they've learned how to accept struggle and form that as a daily routine in their lives. And that's the point I'm trying to make right now. The point I'm trying to make right now is nothing worthwhile in life is going to come without struggle. Now, I want you guys to ask yourself something right now. Think of something you're proud of, something you have right now in your life, or something you've accomplished in your life right now that you're proud of, you're really, really, truly proud of. Now, did that thing come easy, or did you have to struggle for that thing to come? Because what you have right now is society has been brainwashed into blaming, victim mentality. This person is the reason why I'm not successful. This person is the why I took a loss on my trade. This person is the reason why I couldn't go to school and make something out of myself. Because my father was not in my life, this is why I'm this way. Because of this person, this is this. Because of that person, this is this. And that's what you're always going to hear from people who will never amount to things, anything substantial in life. You're gonna continue the cycle of averageness and just like everyone else. Because if you go into social media right now, look at everyone's complaining, victim blaming. Oh, I cannot be this person because this person this. I cannot be that person because that person this. And that's the thing about people who are very entitled. They never see anything as your fault. It's always someone else's fault. They're perfect. You're angels. Okay, you're blameless. You're faultless. Everything that goes on in your life is someone else's fault, not theirs. And one of the podcasts was just recently deleted from the anchor. Okay, talking about owning everything in your life. The first step to real, true freedom, the first step to true happiness. Okay, because you will never be happy if your happiness is in the hands of someone else. That's a fact. That's a big fact that many people don't understand. You will never be happy if your happiness is in the hands of someone else. So if you keep blaming everything in your life on someone else, you're literally saying to us, this person, the reason why I'm not happy is because of this person. Well, if the reason why you're not happy is because of that person, you only have two options. Either you kill that person so the person stop having control over your happiness, or you stop giving that person the power to have control over your happiness. Because you're saying, I cannot be this person because this happened to me. I cannot be this person because of this circumstance. I cannot go out and chase this goal because of this and because of that and because of this. And that's the thing. And this is what I keep telling all my guys on my community. I tell them the first step to truly realizing success and true growth and maximizing your potential is to understand that you need to own up to everything in your life. Every single little thing in your life, you need to own up to everything in your life. If you take a loss, it's your fault. If you fail, it's your fault. If you win, it's your fault. Everything that goes on in your life is because of you. Now, there's going to be a lot of times whereby there's just things you cannot control. Okay, if things was just out of your control happen, guess what you're supposed to do then? Even then, still take the blame. Now, why this is gonna sound stupid? Oh, why is this guy saying, "Oh, I should take the blame," even though it was someone else's fault, which I know was someone else's fault. But why is this guy saying I should take the blame? Well, the question is, if it's that person's fault, can you control that person? No. Who can you control? Only yourself. The only person you can control in this life is yourself. So if you can control you, the best way for you to live a fulfilling life and to find the most growth in your life is to give yourself full authority over your life. For people who are entitled, what they're doing is you're giving authority to other people. For example, during the time Donald Trump was a president, again, I told you I'm going to be unfiltered on here. you get triggered, you can get off the podcast. Okay. During the time Donald Trump was president, I was watching so many YouTube videos and everything bad that went on in America was being blamed on Trump. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And that was the narrative that's just the media was perpetrating to the public, general public. And if you go on YouTube videos, everyone was talking about, oh, Trump did this, and Trump did that, and Trump tweeted this, and Trump tweeted that, and blah blah blah, and blah blah. I'm like, how fucking insanely dumb is society to think one man is the cause of all the problems. I saw this video on YouTube where there was this lady. She's a very obese black lady. Okay, yeah, I can't get canceled because I'm black too. So obviously, I'm immune from cancellation. Anyways, I'm kidding. So I was watching this YouTube video from this black lady. It was on a very popular show in the US. There was like crowds and I can't remember the show, but I don't know if it's The View or something. I think it's The View. So she was like, the reason because black people are fat and we're dying of diabetes is because of Trump. I'm like, oh God, come on, man. And everyone in the audience was clapping, applauding, and the hosts were like, they were clapping, like, yeah, go girl. I'm like, fucking hell. And I was so irritated. I'm like, I want to throw up, right? And that was the mindset of so many people. I'm like, if some of you guys come over here and you get to live in some of the conditions we live under, you're gonna be grateful for what you have. But it's this situation where you're entitled, and that's why you want to get on welfare from the government, and that's why you think Donald Trump is the reason for all your problems, and that's why you are average, okay, and you're not making something of yourself, and you're obese. Okay, if you're obese and you listen to this podcast, that's now's the time to start working on yourself. You can't say you love your body and then you're obese, right? Because again, if you go on YouTube, I don't follow TikTok, but you go on YouTube. I saw this video from TikTok where it was like, if you're thin, you're fat phobic. I'm like, what the fuck is fat phobic? So I went on Google fat phobic. It's like, you hate fat people or something. I'm like, but I was looking at this lady. She was 300 plus pounds. Okay, and all our TikTok that this YouTube channel was posting was all about her bitching about why society hates fat people. So if you're a person whereby you think fatness is a good thing, being obese is a good thing, you're insane. I'm gonna say that flat out here. You're insane. There's a reason why it's the mind, the body, and the spirit. They all go hand in hand. If your body is not in the best shape, your mind cannot function in the best way possible. If you're always every time consuming processed foods, okay, you cannot function in the best way possible. And this is gonna be a wake up call for you to go fix your shit. Go get your shit together. Okay, get to the gym, start working out, burn off all those fat, start growing, improving your mindset. This podcast is, again, I said this podcast was going to be an antidote to chaos. This podcast is also going to be a wake up call for you to go out there and smash life. Everyone right now, they're average. Everyone right now, they're average. They love to do everything average. Okay, that's what they are. And this is one of the best times where we can elevate above the masses because no one is ready to go out there and put themselves to the test. And that's the thing about this journey. You're going to get once you decide, once you make that decision, I want to be something more than what I am right now. I want to be something more than what I've seen my peers or my family or those around me what they are. I want to be something more than that. That was the starting point to my journey. I was in school. I was looking at all my lecturers. I was looking at those around me. I'm like, they are all living sad lives, very sad lives. They're always bitching in class. My mom was always complaining. Those around me were always complaining. I only knew one person that was really successful. Only one person in my life that was really successful. The rest, everyone else, always complaining, bitching, sad, miserable. And then I remember the time I was in my internship. I did have to go work at an hospital, and I had to resume there 8, and then I had to close from there 4. and I was a pharmacy because I was studying pharmacy, and I had to be there Mondays to Saturdays, and it was boring. It was so boring. And I remember talking to my, I'm like, is this the kind of lifestyle I want to live throughout the rest of my life? Just rolling on slavery, working at something I hate, just to get paid, just to look forward to the weekend. That's not the kind of lifestyle I want to live. And I said, from today, I'm going to find every way possible to make the best out of my life. That was the starting point to the change in my life. That was the starting point to the success in my life. When I made that decision that I'm going to put everything in my hands and take control of my life. And you need to realize this. Your body is like an airplane. Your mind is the pilot. Should the airplane start to fall, okay, like it's about to crash, it nosedives once it crash. Okay, let's say for example you're in an airplane and then you're going smoothly, all of a sudden the plane just nosedives and it looks like it's about to crash. Do you think the pilots are gonna be like, uh, it's because of the what are all these guys at the airport that give signals to the pilots? I don't know your names. Is it the watchtower? Yeah. So because of the watchtower, that's why the plane's nosediving. There's nothing we can do. So let's just accept our fate and die. Is that what the pilot's going to say? No. Of course, you're going to find every way possible to mitigate the situation and make sure everyone survives. That's the same way with a lot of you guys putting blame on someone else. You cannot have the mindset for domination without you first taking responsibility and owning up to every single thing in your life. If you're a loser right now, it's because of you. If you're fat right now, it's because of you. If you're miserable right now, it's because of you. If you're depressed right now, it's because of you. It's not because of society. It's not because of Donald Trump. It's not because of anyone else. It's all your fault. And the only way you can take control of your life is to give yourself the control. You can only take back control of your life by giving yourself control. That is the only way you can take back control of your life. I need to understand this. Once you make that decision, I want to own up to everything. And you have to understand it's going to be very difficult. Initially, when you start this, it's going to be difficult. Very, very difficult. Because you're going to have so many things in your life that it's because of someone else's fault. And because you've developed that habit of always blaming someone, you're going to be like, oh, it's this person's fault. And you have to mentally be aware of when you're trying to put the blame on someone else and saying no. I have to take control of this situation because if I don't take control of the situation, no one else will do that for me, and then I cannot basically be in charge of my life. I think you have to understand this. Once you make that conscious decision, I want to grow, and this is what I tell everyone. I'm like, your job right now, society has gone insane. Society right now is absolutely insane. You go on social media, you go on, you go on social media, you go on the media, MSM. Everyone is bunkers. Everyone's talking shit. The world is upside down. And your goal right now should be you want to be the best mentally, you want to be the best spiritually, you want to be the best physically, you want to be the best financially. Okay? And I was thinking of introducing some of my gym sessions to you guys on Instagram because I'm sure you guys, just a lot of you guys right now listen to the podcast, you do a lot in improving your mind. You also need to work on your body. We're going to talk about that on the later podcast. Okay, guys, going to be a topic for another time. Okay. Um. So yeah, your goal should be all of those things. That's the only way you can be truly happy. Happiness comes from struggle. Happiness is not free. They say, "Oh, happiness is free." Well, if you sit your ass all day and you're eating Cheerios and you're watching TV, do you think you're really gonna be happy? Let me give you an example. You've all heard about post-nut clarity. All right, post-nut clarity. When you're nodding and when you're masturbating, when you're having sex, it feels good. It's wonderful. You feel like you're happy. That's the best thing that could ever happen to you. Once you're done, you feel miserable. You feel sad. You feel depressed. Okay, and that's society's obsession right now with short-term gains, short-term happiness, not taking time out to develop real relationships with the opposite sex, and be fulfilled. It's all about how quickly can I get sex? How quickly can I do this? How quickly can I do that? And then if you try to show people the real way and tell them this is the bad thing for you, everyone turns on you. It's a mob right now. Everyone turns on you. And you need to realize everyone, you're doing this, you're all depressed. That's why if you go on YouTube comments and you go on Twitter pages and you go on Instagram, everybody's talking about their depression. Everyone is depressed. That's what happened to everything. They're all depressed. You're all miserable. They might go on social media and then flex and show, oh, I'm happy. But they're actually miserable. They're sad, little miserable pricks. And there's a reason why you're miserable. And if you want to live a more fulfilling life to all these people, you got to do something different from them. You can't expect to do the same thing as all these people and think you're going to get the same results. It's not possible. That's insanity. That's what Albert Einstein talked about. Albert Einstein said insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. You want a different result, do something different from what everyone else is doing. And here's the fact. If you decide you want to go against society, you're going to fail because it's very difficult. But you got to realize it's a journey. Okay? It's a journey. Whenever you take the decision to take back control of your life, it's going to be difficult because you would need to develop yourself mentally to a point where you have all the experiences, you've gone through all the lessons and all the struggles, and you're ready to attract the success that you desire. That's why so many people come on here, they trade for a year, they don't see success for a year, they give up. And I told people when I started out trading, I lost all my money. I came back 6 months. I said, okay, the blame was because initially I was blaming everyone but myself. Oh, I blew my account because of everyone but me. And when I came back in trading, I said I was going to own up. I was going to own up to everything in my life, and I was burning money after money after money after money to trade, and I was acquiring debt, and I was blowing accounts. Burn more money, blow accounts. Burn more money, blow account. So it's that process of the struggle and having to struggle and struggle, and that's when you get to really appreciate when you're successful. And that's the thing about life. Okay, life is like a trend. Okay, so many people get so caught up in the downtrend. They see a little bit of uptrend. Okay, they take a decision. All right, I want to change my life. I want to do something different in my life. They start to see an uptrend. Things are going easy for them. All of a sudden, they get into corrective mode. There's a retracement. Things are not going their way. They're losing. You're failing. What's going on? You're getting desperate. And that's the thing about most people. Most people decide to take this decision. I want to make something out of my life. Okay. In the first retracement, that's when they all quit. They get out of the trade. They quit life. This is so difficult. Let me go back to what everyone else is doing. That's way easier. Well, that's the thing. It's way easier to go back to what everyone else is doing. But then again, you're going to just be like everyone else. You're going to live the same life as everyone else. And you only have a life, one life. Once you're dead, you're dead. So you want to tell me you went out of life bitching, you were a pussy, never took the risk, never decided to own up to your failures and take a chance on yourself, and you ended up dying, spent almost a century, then you're dead because there's only one chance you have, and then we don't know what comes next. But basically, the only shot you had, you blew that shot because you were a pussy, you were a bitch. You're like, I tried this thing out before, I failed, so I quit. And that's the thing about failing. Failing is only temporary. Okay, failing is setbacks. You've technically not failed if you keep trying. As long as you keep trying, you keep pushing, you've not failed. It's just a setback. You only fail when you quit. So quitting shows that you've accepted the setback. Now you failed. But a setback is just a setback because as long as you keep trying to figure it out, you're eventually going to figure it out. There's a reason why it's called a problem because problems have solutions. There's no problem in the world without no solution. The word problem would not exist without the word solution existing. They go hand in hand. So everything you're going through right now in life, it's your job to figure it out and find a solution to the setback. But you failed when you quit. Now you're a bitch. Now you're a pussy. Now you're just like everyone else. Now let me ask you this question. If I told you that every time we play FIFA, for example, okay, me and you want to play FIFA. Every time we play FIFA, I was going to win you for the next 100 plays. But on the 101th play, you're gonna win me, and when that happens, I'll give you $200,000. Would you agree to that? Would you agree to see through? Or let's make it more relatable. Okay, there's a lot of you guys right here. You're currency analysts, you're forex traders, crypto traders. Okay, you're listening to this podcast. For those of you guys who are new, this is what I do, and this is what most of the people listening to my podcast do. Okay, so now let's. If I told you the next 100 trades, you're going to lose on those next 100 trades. Every time you fund an account, you blow that account until it's 100 trades you've lost. But after that, then you can realize your wildest dreams. Then you're gonna win all your trades. You're gonna grow your account to $1 million. Would you be willing to see through all of that? Will you be willing to see through all the failures, all the losses, all the setbacks? Most people are gonna say yes because they've seen the vision of, oh, if I can just endure through this 100 losses, then I know what awaits me on the other side of the losses. Okay, I can realize all my dreams. But as they start, they take the step, they feel the pain from the first loss, they feel the pain from the second loss, they feel the pain from the third loss, they feel the pain from the fourth loss, they feel the pain from the fifth loss. Now you're losing your morale. All of a sudden, they quit. This is too much for me. I can't handle this anymore. I don't give a fuck about what's awaiting me on the other side. I just want this to end. I just want this to stop. And then they quit. I'm not doing this anymore. And that's the thing with so many people in life. That's why I see so many people. They started a business, they have a temporary setback, they quit. And I was listening to Kobe on Value Teaming. Value Teaming is one of my best YouTube channels. I was listening to Kobe on Value Teaming, and Kobe was like, when he was 18 years old, he was, I can't remember the game, but he was playing a major game, and he shot 5 air balls. And then Shaq was like trying to motivate Kobe, like, bro, you can do this, you can. It was like, I don't need you to tell me all that. I don't care. My only thing is, after the game, why did I shoot 5 air balls? I gotta figure this out. And I come back and come back better and stronger. I'm like, look at that mindset. But that's why he was a winner. That's why Kobe is one of the most legendary basketballer ever because of the mindset, because of the attitude. I failed. I'm not gonna bitch about me losing. I'm not gonna bitch about me failing. I gotta go back to the drawing board, figure out why I failed, change my strategy, come back, attack the stronger. Kobe was not the most talented basketballer, but Kobe was definitely one of the most hardworking basketballer. One of the guys who never gave up, never backed down. 18 years old, went to Michael Jordan. That was why Michael Jordan gave him respect when he was 18 years old. 18 and 19 years old. And that's the thing. Most people say, oh, I know what's awaiting me on the other side of this 100 losses. But then when it actually started happening to them, they give up. And that's the thing. Nothing worthwhile is going to come easy. And that's the thing about this. Okay, when you're failing, you're eating shit. Enjoy eating shit. Enjoy the setbacks because there are avenues for growth. If you are ranking up, for example, you got to a P2000 and then you decline to something, enjoy it. Figure out what happened. Get back to work. Make shit work. Make it happen. Because without you taking responsibility, then no one's going to come to your life and say, oh, let me take responsibility for this that actually happened to you. And that's what so many people expect. They expect someone to come bail them out. The government should bail us out. This person should bail us out. That person should bail us out. The fuck are you talking about saying someone else should bail you out? It's your life, not theirs. Bail yourself out. Figure your shit out. No one said it was going to be easy, but that's what comes with this. Life is not easy. Life is not fair. And then the day you really decide you want it is the day the gun fires. And then you start your 100-meter race. Every single person right now listening to this, there's a race in front of you. Okay? You're an athlete. There's a race in front of you. There's an 100-meter dash race in front of you. Many people have not made that decision to get to the starting point and hear the gun fired to take flight and start running. Many people right now, they've started running on their race, but they're having temporary setbacks. You're thinking about dropping out of the race before they get to the finish line. Oh, the pain is so much. I'm tired. Okay, I still got like 80 more meters. I still got 70 more meters. It's so long. It's going to take time. So let me just quit. Let me just get out of this race. I can't endure the pain. Meanwhile, just a lot of people have not even started the race at all. You're seeing other people run the race. That's why I see they're following all these guys on social media. Successful people that have a lot of followers on social media because everyone wants to be like them, but no one wants to put in the work they did. So you got to understand anything worthwhile comes through suffering and struggle. Most people are not willing to go through that suffering and struggle. They would rather blame other people or other circumstances or other situations for the struggle than own up to the struggle or the setback. And that's why 6 minute apps sells fast. People go online, you see a program for a 6 minute app. Oh, so are you telling me within 6 minutes I can get 8 packs? All right, cool. Let me buy the program. Buy the program is just a bunch of crunches or sit ups, but it never lasts. They don't know they need to watch your diet. They need to lose fat if you're going to see your abs. They don't know about all of this. They don't know it takes time to build muscle. They want it quick. That's why you're not going to get the result. And that's the same thing with everyone. Everyone wants this quick. You start trading. You started trading last year. You think this year you're going to be a multi-millionaire. Are you freaking insane? Do you think that's the way it works? You want things so quick, and you never give yourself time to grow, to learn and grow. Growth only comes through setbacks and learning. If you do not struggles with setbacks that you have to push through, you can't develop the character to handle multi-millions of dollars. You cannot. Because the more money you have, the more the pressure that comes on you. I was looking at Cristiano Ronaldo's post yesterday, and he scored 2 goals for Portugal in the Euro Cup. Okay, Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the most famous athletes in the world, and he scored 2 goals for Portugal, and everyone in the comments is going ballistic. Wow, this is the GOAT, greatest of all time. Everyone was calling him the GOAT, greatest of all time. And I was thinking to myself, this man inspires me. He does not have the level of talent as Lionel Messi. I'm sorry to trigger anyone on here, but he does not have the level of talent as Lionel Messi. But his work ethic is mental. But now think about it this way: if Portugal drops out of Euro Cup, what was the blame going to be on? It's going to be on Cristiano Ronaldo. If Argentina drops out of Copa America, what's the blame going to be on? Lionel Messi, right? Same thing with 2014 World Cup. Blame was on Lionel Messi. Everything is on Lionel Messi. The more success you have, the more expectations from you. But if you've not developed your character to handle that level of success, you're not going to attract the success in the first place. That's why it's necessary. Matter of fact, that's why it's compulsory that you go through the setbacks to build character and experience. That's why Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, they're one of the highest paid athletes in the world. Off of brand sponsorships, Lionel Messi made $160 million last year. Cristiano Ronaldo made $140 million last year, just brand sponsorships alone. Not talking about the payments from the clubs. Lionel Messi gets paid 540 something thousand euros every week. Every week, the man is paid half a million euros a week. Everyone wants that level of payment. Everyone wants that level of success, that level of recognition. But when it comes to time to perform and the pressure's on you, can you perform? Can you handle the pressure? Can you handle all the responsibility? Because success comes with responsibility. And once you decide to take ownership of your life, it's going to be very easy to fall back into old habits. If you're masturbating, it's going to be very easy to fall back into masturbating. Way easy. If you're someone who likes to put blame on someone else, it's going to be very easy to fall back into that. And that's the thing. That's your beach voice you have to conquer. And that will be the next topic, your beach voice. Okay, that's something I'm going to talk about in the next episode. Your beach voice. If you don't know how to tame your beach voice, okay, you're always going to be a bitch. And you're going to start your journey, and then you're going to pussy out, never finish your journey. You got to learn how to make yourself hard. Stone cold killer. And for that to happen, you have to shut out your bitch voice and take control of the situation. The bitch voice is the emotional side of you. That's your emotional side. Some of you guys, you take trades, you're fearful, you're panicky. That's your bitch voice. That's your bitch self. Your bitch voice tells you to over leverage on a trade because it feels like you can make $1 million off of that trade. That's your bitch voice. Your bitch voice is the one that tells you to go watch Netflix when it's time for you to work, to study. It's your bitch voice. The bitch voice is your enemy. The bitch voice is not your friend. The bitch voice the bitch voice has to be killed. The bitch voice should not be allowed to stay. Take control of the situation. It's time to dominate. The only way you can dominate the world is when you take control of the situation. And then you show off your bitch voice. And you understand setbacks is just a natural part of the game. You have to accept that for you to grow. Because without you accepting that, you cannot grow. This is the inaugural podcast. This is the WeirdGene podcast. I appreciate you guys all for listening. I'll see you guys all on episode 2.